Hey there, if you're a woman in her 40s and 50s who feels like menopause just dropped her into the wilderness without a map, then this video is for you. I was you. I know exactly how that feels. I'm Jennifer Juniper. I'm a gut instincts coach who healed her Crohn's disease by following her gut and then use the same method that I created to not just manage and survive through menopause, but actually thrive through it, direct my care, and claim this part of my life as the best part of my life. And here's where my journey started. These are the first three things that I did that got me here. So back to the wilderness, sweating, struggling, not sleeping, not enough energy, couldn't remember things. Like in the middle of a sentence, I would forget what I was saying, and it was really frustrating and annoying. I felt like my body was betraying me. I felt like I was in some crazy movie where nobody gave me the proper props to deal with this. And all I knew to guide me was what I'd already heard about menopause, which isn't much because as Gen Xers, our baby booming parents don't tell us anything. And I was just scared. I was scared and felt stigmatized and was like, why even try to do anything about it? Because this is just the way it's going to go. I'd only ever seen women fanning themselves in meetings, men joking about it. It was a given, right? Well, it's not a given. Here are the three things that got me out of that wilderness in the exact order that they happened. And they all start with C, so it should be really easy to remember. Catalyst, conversation inside a community, and curation. So the first thing I did was watch a movie, a documentary made by an OBGYN, Dr. Pamela Lee, called Love, Sweat, and Tears. I highly recommend any woman in middle age watch this. She debunks so many menopause myths and erases the stigma around it, basically erases the script around it. And at the end of it, hands you a blank page and says, here you go. You write it, you define it, you design it. It is up to you. That was so empowering for me. It was the first person that actually said, hey, whatever you've heard or what you think you know about this, that is probably incomplete. And also, she verified that as an OBGYN, she got very little training in this. She said women spend a third of their lives in this, and she had very little training in it as an OBGYN. So imagine my primary care provider having even less information, and I really had to fight to get the treatment that I have now. So that catalyst was the first thing. Highly recommend Love, Sweat, and Tears. The second thing, because of that catalyst, because of it kind of opening the window, kicking down the door of what I thought this was, I started looking for girlfriends of mine that were my age or a little bit more that didn't seem to be suffering and struggling with it. And I started having conversations with them. I was like, so I feel this change happening in my body. My cycle's getting pretty inconsistent. Um, I was starting to have like warm flashes, what's going on? And they're like, oh, honey, you get this cream off of Amazon. It's made out of yams. And I was like, oh my God, I can do something about this. There are herbal supplements. I can do something. And so I started doing something which is so empowering. And I feel so passionate about this step, the second C of conversation and community with women who have what you want, who are in the direction that you want to go, that I've actually created an online community. It's free because I'm very passionate about this. I just want women to come together and start talking about it, not suffering through it, not managing, not waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and having to change their sheets and just going, oh, well, this is how it is. If you're a woman in peri or menopause who wants to write her own script, who does not want to go the way of these myths, who doesn't just want to manage symptoms, struggle through and become invisible, irrelevant, and slowly slip into the void, I want you in this community. Women sync up. This is how we change things. This is how we rise. And the women in my community are taking this time of their life as an opportunity to be the best part of their lives. So there's a link in the first comment, also in my channel description. I totally welcome you into the fold. That alone will be game changing for you. That movie, my community, I'm in there coaching as well, sharing with you everything that's changing because it is changing, which brings me to the third C, which is cultivating. Cultivate your own information. Do not assume that a doctor, the media, an influencer, whoever you might be trying to listen to or find in your life knows everything, because this is changing, my friend. So when my friends were like, oh, well, we're on hormone replacement therapy, bioidenticals, I'm like, But I remember hearing that that was really dangerous for women, right? As someone who has been was on birth control pills for much of her young adulthood, I knew by the end of 30s that I needed to find an alternative way, that they didn't want me to stay on these hormones, that they had risks, blood clots, cancer, all of these things. So I was like, no way, right? Well, as I curated some of my own information, and I would say I didn't even do that really actively. I'm not a go down an internet rabbit hole kind of a girl. As you can see, I'm a gut instincts coach. So I really rely on that gut. That's what helped me heal my Crohn's in college. I followed my gut to heal my gut. I created my own method called the Gut Instincts Method, and I wrote a book called Gut Instincts. And Jack Canfield wrote the foreword saying this book has the power to change your life. It certainly changed mine. That's why I wrote it. And I found my own way through healing Crohn's disease, and I used that same method to find my own way to thrive through menopause. And it started by just coming to me. Like I was holding in my mind through the catalyst, through the conversation, that, hey, this chapter could be different for me, and I'm very open to this chapter being different from me. That sounds like the kind of way I want this to go. So things started to find me, like I was getting headlines, about that. Was that study in 2002 wrong about estrogen? Like that cracked something. Started reading up on that. Fast forward to today. Well, back then, even reading that it was possibly flawed gave me the information and um, inspiration to advocate to my doctor. I was in Key West at the time, so to see a specialist was very difficult to be able to do. So I had to work through my primary care provider, who was anti hormone replacement therapy. He's like, that is a hard no for me. Not going to consider it, not going to even talk about it. But the quality of my mental health was scarier to me than any potential futuristic risk. That was the future. This was now. Got a plane going over. That was now. This was now. And I was scared now. So I started doing some looking into that study and seeing how flawed it was, and told him that's a flawed study. I need you to catch up with your data. It was 2002. I mean, 24 years ago. And he did. He consulted with an OBGYN, and I got my hormone replacement therapy, which was a game changer. The herbal stuff had helped me through peri for the most part, but once I hit menopause, it could not keep up. Well, it was just progesterone. Once I went through menopause, I needed estrogen. I'll tell you in another video how very important estrogen is. It is way beyond just a cycle hormone, and they are finally studying this and they are finding this out. This is an incredible time to be in this transition in your life because the landscape is changing. This is not our mother's menopause. The medical science has not studied it enough. Your healthcare provider probably doesn't understand it well enough, or may not be keeping up enough. And society is definitely not flattering, but then again, when is it ever flattering for women, right? Always trying to fix ourselves, always trying to get better, and a lifetime of doing that. And then it's, well, sorry, you're just too old now. Bye-bye. Not on my watch. I am on a mission to help midlife women make midlife the best part of their life, which is what it should be. All of this experience, all of this knowledge is congealing in you right now, is coagulating in you. And the world needs you. This is not a time to shrink and disappear and sweat at 3 in the morning. This is a time to rise and claim your legacy and say, what is the life that I want to say that I lived? Who did I come here to be? You did not make it this far by accident. You clearly have skills and resources. As we get older, we get wiser. We get more sure of ourselves, not less. But you need to get the help you need to be able to do that. And that is why I'm here. So click subscribe. I'm going to be talking a lot more about this. I'm going to be curating some information for you, encouraging you to curate your own. Join my community. You do not have to do this alone. Don't do this alone. It's hard enough with other people, so please don't do this alone. Come into my community, talk with other women, and see what your own gut instincts, what your own inner wisdom and guidance is is taking you to. And also update your inner operating system because you've got some subconscious patterns in there that are going to make this really hard. And we clear those up as well so we can hear our own inner wisdom. We can set our own inner GPS because we've cleared out a lot of the noise that is blocking this for us. Most women I work with do not lack wisdom. They lack a way to hear it, trust it, and act on it. That is what I help you do inside my free community. That is what I do as a coach. And I'm here for you, and I will continue to be here for you.